Hello and welcome back to the Tea with Honey podcast. Hi, Mandy.
Hello, Teddy. Happy April Fool's Day.
Dude, I don't like April Fool's Day.
You know what? I've been trying all day to come up with like a witty way to fool you today, and I couldn't come up with a single thing. I was like, should I tell a joke when we start? Should I tell a lie? Should I say something bananas happened? And I'm just not like a jokester. Like, I'm just not funny. Just as we started the podcast, Miles started barking right now. So Teddy's panicking and laughing to herself because you can probably hear Miles a little bit right then. But she's sitting here yelling at him. And I think.
Okay, I'll cut that part
You're
out.
back. I talked to myself. I said, usually when Teddy has something going on in the background, I try to keep talking and yap to myself while she tells me to keep talking.
I feel like,
but in this case, she left the room. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I feel like, and why does it happen so often that I have something going on? Like,
Well,
I don't feel like it ever happens where like I feel like oftentimes I will have something going on, a dog barking or someone coming in the room or like noise outside or something. And I have to like motion to you to like keep going.
Keep talking.
And you never have to do the same for me.
No, I'm in a dungeon. That might be why. Like I'm
Maybe.
underground right now and like literally in a dungeon. That could be it. I don't know. Like, especially with a screaming kid, you'd think that you'd hear like the screaming.
Right. You're the one with the toddler.
Right. No, I don't know. I guess I just like.
At what age is your daughter not considered a toddler anymore? When does toddler end?
Beats me. I don't know.
I said toddler and then I was like, she is still a toddler, but like for how long?
Couldn't tell you. When does
like
toddler?
I'd still say toddler, right?
What age does toddler stop? Toddlerhood typically ends between ages 3 and 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't have a toddler anymore.
So she might be a full-blown child.
She's the preschool stage now.
Oh.
She is no longer a toddler. Okay, well, that's really sad, I guess. So what is she, a kid?
I would say child. Yeah, she's
children.
A kid. I mean, you're not going to say, yeah, my 2 preschoolers. You're not going to like call them
my
preschoolers.
Preschooler. No, my spawn, my.
I feel like preschool is like if you're referencing how old they are for school, you know?
Right.
It's
like she's a preschooler.
Like, it's not like my mom introduced me as like, yeah, this is my 2nd grader and my 8th grader, or, you know, whatever.
Preschooler.
Right.
No, she's a child. She's a spawn. She's shadow. She's sleep sucker. She's I don't know. Like
a spring break enjoyer.
Oh my God, yeah, it's spring
Fill
break.
me in. How's spring break going?
Spring break. I hate it. Spring break, looked forward to it in college, looked forward to it in high school. Now, oh my gosh. But I'm doing great. I'm proud of myself. Let us all be proud for me for a minute. We've had 2 play dates. We went to someone's house today for the first time. Like we had our first play date and I went along with it and I sat at the house. So we got together with some friends today. We got together with some friends on Monday and
you've been busy.
We have kept ourselves busy. So Monday was like super nice, springy day. We met up with friends at the park and did a park play day. And I feel like I found some friends who are similar to me, like in their ways of thinking. Like they're not afraid to be honest about their experiences. And that's who I want to go to the park with. So we can.
You don't want like people who are just sugarcoating everything. Yeah.
They're like, this is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's not beautiful as well. Like, let's admit that. Let's be so honest about it. And so I finally found like a couple people who will say those kinds of things and their children are very similar to my daughter where they're just kind of like wackadoos all the time. So like I've kind of found like the good
wackadoo parents band together.
Correct. And so it was actually kind of refreshing because we went to the park. It was great. Whatever. Wore the kids out. Today we went to one of the parents' houses. She invited us over and like we rolled up, her hair was soaking wet from her shower. She hadn't dried her hair. She was in her pajamas and I had showered, didn't get ready today because I was like, I can't. We slept in too late because we were up all night and I didn't have time to get ready. So I just showed up and she was like wet hair, whatever. And I was like, this is great. We sat on the couch while the kids played, and I just kicked my feet up, and we like, obviously you have to like scream at the kids because they're playing and parents still, but it was very not performative or like overwhelming. It was very comfortable.
You got to just like be. Yeah.
Yes. Her house was messy. It was lived in. It had evidence of humans being in it. And it just felt good to be out of the house and see like, oh, this is kind of normal. So it was good. I'm trying to think of like what else. You know what? Yesterday we didn't have any plans and it was a rough day. Like yesterday was really hard. I actually screamed into a pillow a few times because I was like that on edge.
Do you think so? I mean, you have days where she doesn't go to school.
Yeah.
Is it just that it's like all pushed together? It's like, because you can manage a day. You can manage a Thursday, you know, fine. When she's not at school. But then it's like, it's the like week. All of them compounded together.
Yeah. Yes, because there's only so much. Like my daughter specifically, I don't know what it is, but she cannot sit still. So the second she wakes up to the second that she goes to bed, we are nonstop. Like we're at a point where like she does not sit down to even watch TV. So she has maybe 3 minutes of an attention span on a TV show. And then it's like she's yelling, screaming, like dancing, singing. It's fun. But we have mornings where we wake up at 6:15 and we've done dishes. We've started 2 loads of laundry. We've eaten breakfast. We've done like 5 activities and it's only 9 a.m. And so it's just a full nonstop day where I don't get to stop and sit down. And it's overwhelming for me. Like I get exhausted. And so I can handle that like 1 day a week. But when you're talking a full week of that, it absolutely is like a punch to the face. Like it feels like you are punched in the face. And when it's bedtime, she's not even sleeping through the night right now. Like she's waking me up. Last night was 3-4 times. And then sleeping in my bed is like the only solution. And that makes me not sleep well. So it's just an extra fun fact. And it's spring. So my allergies are like not working well with me. So a full week, yeah, it's just nonstop and it's overwhelming. And there are fun things like our activity yesterday. I brought out our old friendship bracelet stuff from the Eras tour.
Oh, yeah.
And we made her friends today. We made her some friendship bracelets to bring. Like we put their names on them. She put beads on them. And I mean, it only took us an hour and she was bored after like 20 minutes. So I ended up finishing the task. But we're trying to do like fun stuff to pass the time.
Yeah.
So I'm proud.
And to try to like come up with a week full of fun stuff is impossible.
Right. And it gets expensive. Like she has to go to the mall, but like I'm not going to go to the mall because we're going to spend so much money. And museums, they cost money. Science centers, they cost money. It's not nice enough to go to the park every single day. I wish it was. And there's only so much to do at the house. And if I get asked to play Paw Patrol one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. So I'm proud of myself. I made it through the longest stretch of the week because I got a text from my mother-in-law and she's taking my daughter tomorrow for the whole day and for a sleepover. And she set up her own play date with her for Friday morning. So I'm like, bless your sweet soul.
So you're gonna have like Thursday night, Friday morning off. That's gonna be great.
Like a full 24 hours. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm excited. This is gonna come up in a little bit, but we're gonna plan the perfect day. Like the perfect day. We're gonna plan it because tomorrow needs to be like the perfect day. Nothing's standing in my way. Except my nose is running and I don't feel like the best, but still nothing is standing in my way of me and Pocopia tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. So anyways, that's been us. We've been doing a lot of like spring break stuff during the week. Last weekend was it was spring weather. So we're doing some like spring cleaning, some projects around here and it feels good. So that's been my life. That's been my life.
I love it.
How have you been? You've had some buzzing busyness going on the past couple of days, girl.
It's been a wild I just feel like busy. I feel like I truly over the last, I don't know, it really feels like 2 weeks for me. Like I feel like every day after stream, I'm busy, I'm doing something, I'm running errands, I'm going out, I'm trying to get stuff.
Mhm.
And then like on the weekends, like I haven't sat down, like I haven't been playing
Right.
any games because I've just been outside and busy and on my feet and working.
Yeah.
And it feels like I've been go too, but it's been like stream and then just like other stuff.
You were like
So-
building things and
Mhm.
like there was
Yeah.
a lot happening.
Yeah, like we had our garden beds that we were building last weekend, and then this past weekend, Saturday, we hauled all of the dirt. We had like dirt delivered
Yes.
last week, and so Saturday we hauled all the dirt into all of the planters or into the garden beds,
Yeah.
which was a lot.
Yeah.
And then we did some more shopping. We figured out like hoses so that we could have a sprinkler and we don't have to like
Yeah.
manually water stuff. And then we trellises and trying to find trellises. So we were at different nurseries and different Home Depots and stuff all over town. So it was just like Saturday was kind of like that. Sunday and then Saturday night we did go to the movies.
Nice.
Saturday
Nice.
like late afternoon. I think it was like a 4:15 movie or something. So I'll
Mhm.
tell you about that later.
Okay.
But then we went to Sunday, planted the whole garden. So Sunday
Oh.
morning was kind of chilly. So we did all of our like errands or Trader Joe's, Costco, whatever, World
Yeah.
Market runs. And then Sunday afternoon we planted the whole garden.
Nice.
And then Monday I was streaming and I got done. I wrapped up and I went outside.
Uh-huh.
And I went outside with my chicken salad and my
Oh.
little pita chips and my sugar snap peas and my ranch and my water bottle. And so I'm like trudging out there with my arms full. And I walk out on the back porch because that's where I've been eating my lunch. Because as soon as I get done with stream, I'm like, I need fresh air.
Yeah, right.
So I go
Like, get
outside.
outside.
I go outside and I sit there and I eat my lunch usually. And I walk outside and I hear what sounds like a drone above my head. And I was like, someone is spying on me. What is going on? And I had full panic. And I look up and it was our bees. It was
Oh
our
my gosh.
honeybees. And they were
We're having a moment. She's giving me the look because there's a noise going on in the background. Perfect exhibit.
oh my
B.
gosh. I can't catch a break.
No.
It's gonna happen again.
It's happening again. I hear it in the background. This is exhibit what? C? C on the day?
I don't know if it's gonna
I don't hear
is
it
it getting
anymore.
quieter? Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
So
so
I
funny.
look up and all of our bees are in the sky.
In that
Not
moment,
all of
what's
them.
what's like the first thing on your mind when you see that? Like a swarm of bees up in the sky above you.
Honestly, like sadness because I don't want them to leave. Like
Right.
it's not fear because they want nothing to do with me. They're up in the
Uh-huh.
trees. They're like up really high, like nowhere near me.
Uh-huh.
But like it was just sadness because I was like gutted. I was like, no,
Like,
they're
no,
leaving.
my bees.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
That we have like spent so much money on and spent so much time taking care of.
Yeah.
So I look over, the hive has like a bunch of bees out front that were like
Mhm.
sitting there like looking confused. And essentially what happens is that bees, if the hive isn't big enough for them, the queen will essentially say, I'm out of here. And she will take half of the colony and just
Uh-huh.
leave and go find a bigger home. So, but prior to her leaving, she kind of like, the hive kind of like knows what's going on. Like about a
Okay.
week beforehand, they're like, okay, things are getting small. Like we're going to start creating what are called queen cells
Okay.
so that when the queen leaves, another queen can be born to like
What
take over the
is-
hive.
So what are queen cells? Like what does that mean?
So in a hive, like what happens is the queen bee itself, like the queen bee, she lays all the eggs
Okay.
for all the other bees. So she like will walk around in each one of the little combs.
Uh-huh.
Some of them are like sealed, like where there's like bees being grown, and some of them are honey. So like they
Okay.
put a couple different things in that like honeycomb. Some is honey, some is like bees. So she walks around and plants the little like eggs. She has her big old booty and she like plants
Yeah.
eggs. She like puts eggs in all the little things. And those are like the worker bees. So there's 3 different types of bees in a beehive. There's the queen bee, and there's only one of them, and
Okay.
that is her job is like to lay eggs.
Okay.
There are drone bees, which are some of the only male bees in the entire hive. And there's not a lot of them. And they're really only around in the spring. And they like mate. So they're the ones that like they like fly out and mate with other queens and that sort of stuff. So
with other queens, they're allowed? It's so
that like it like gets out of the family, you know? It's so that there's not like it's not all
like an inbred
hive.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's like, and I could be saying some of this wrong. This is just my interpretation of this. I am certainly not an expert, but
to me, you're very much so an expert.
And then there's like the worker bees, and that's like what you primarily see. So like the thousands of bees that you see in all of my pictures and stuff, what you're seeing are the worker bees. Those are like the bees.
Okay.
And that's like a primary, like yesterday we searched through all 20 frames of our hive, and I saw, we didn't see the queen once, but we saw probably like 10, 15 drones, and then all of the other bees are worker bees, and those are all female bees.
How can you tell the difference by looking at them?
The drones are a little bit bigger and like beefier. They're just like, they definitely have like a different look to them.
Of course
like
they
a bigger
do.
Bee with like a black booty. I don't know. So
they probably have to like stand out then to the other queens, right? You know how they have for like mating purposes, like in the animal kingdom?
They're definitely bigger. You can definitely tell the difference.
The beefy bees.
The beefy ones, the beefy boys. So yeah, anyway, essentially that's what happens when they swarm. Like the queen takes half the hive and then she leaves queen cells. And your question was like, how can you tell a queen cell from a normal cell? The queen cells are really big. So like the queen will lay lay an egg, and the rest of the hive decides that is going to become a queen cell, and they take extra special care of it. So like they will like bring it special, it's called like royal jelly, and like they really like take care of this specific bee while it's in the comb, and that extra special care is like what helps it grow into a queen.
So that's like essentially a bee becoming a bee. Like I'm assuming it's almost like an egg that is going to hatch this queen, like the new queen, the heir.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but there's also lots of them. So like we have several queen cells. Like there's not just one. So those queens will duke it out. And there
what do you mean?
Like there can't be more than one queen in a hive. So they have
to essentially fight to
one will take power, and then like the worker bees will like kill the other like non-winning queens. Like I don't know how it's all decided, but it's like a drama.
No,
it's like,
this is like Bridgerton. Like talk about the heir issues. Like let's talk about the bee heirs.
Yeah.
And so, that queen just being like, this is too small. I'm out.
Too small.
Duke it
I'm
out. See ya. Good
Mm-hmm.
luck. I was about to say, I want to be
like,
one of those little queen cells. Absolutely not.
Right.
Sounds like my nightmare.
Right.
No
you got to hope that like you're the one that works. Anyway, so that's what we thought was happening. And I went into full panic mode, called my husband, and he was like, I need you to go to the beekeeping store and get some extra boxes so we can make the hive bigger, and hopefully they'll realize that they want to stay. So I sped up to the beekeeping store and bought some additional boxes to make the hive bigger. And I bought a bee trap and some bee pheromone spray to try to catch them. Because what happens is when the bees leave and the queen leaves, typically within, the first 24 hours of them leaving the hive, they don't leave about 100 yards. They don't leave more than like 100 yards from your house.
Okay.
So like they're in the vicinity. They go under like eaves or like under picnic tables or like something, but they clump up into like a ball, and they just like hang on to like a tree limb, or like they just look like a bundle of bees hanging somewhere.
So remind me to check before I sit at a picnic table.
Yeah. I don't know. So it's, you would hear them because it's really loud. You would hear it. They're really loud.
It's terrifying.
So in my head, I was like, I got home, and all of the bees that were in the sky and all of the bees that were sitting on the front of the hive, gone. No clue where they were. Just absolutely gone. So I'm in my car driving around the neighborhood trying to find the bees. I'm like head hanging out the window. Everyone in the neighborhood is looking at me like, why has this girl circled our house 3 times? Like, what is going on? And I look like a bananas lady. I'm like head staring up, looking at the sky. I'm like looking at people's trees. I'm like, they probably think I'm so weird. But
aliens.
I know.
It's just your alien girlness looking for
I
your
know.
like fellow aliens.
Listen,
Okay.
yes. So we, I got home, didn't find the bees. My husband then got home Monday night and went into the hive.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And it looked entirely normal. Like there were so many thousands and thousands and thousands of bees in there that we were like, did those ones leave and we still have this many? Or like, did those ones come back and decide like, hey, we're not leaving? Because there is something called a pre-swarm where like the day before they might take a little like flight and like see and like check things out and see if they can find somewhere to go before they actually like hightail it out. Okay. So usually if there is a pre-swarm, they leave within 24 hours. So all that to say, yesterday we got advice to split the hive.
Okay.
To like find the queen if she was still in there, because we were thinking she was still in there, put her in her own hive and keep the queen cells in the other hive. So then we would just have 2 full different beehives, right?
Yeah.
So I went and bought all the stuff to set up a second hive.
Okay.
We get in there last night and can't find the queen anywhere. There are like 20 frames. Like if you saw my Instagram post, there's like the one frame that my husband was holding.
Yes.
And you can like see the amount of bees on that. There were 20 of those that we had to search for this
Holy
queen.
Crap. Okay.
And like it should be relatively, it's definitely not easy to find the queen because there's so many thousands of bees, but like it's also typically doable. Like
it's a Where's Waldo.
Do it.
It's hard, but you kind of gotta like look.
Yeah. And so we couldn't find her anywhere. We searched all 20 frames.
Oh man.
Over and over and over. Couldn't find them and couldn't find her anywhere. And so now we're under the assumption that like maybe she did leave on Monday. Maybe it wasn't a pre-swarm. Maybe she actually left, took some bees with her. And we now are just going to hope that the queen cells that are there that we saw and that the bees are still nurturing hatch like one and of them take over. Takes over. So we don't really know.
Okay. So the next step is either a new queen, they duke it out, we have a new queen and the bees stay, or option B is they leave.
Option B is population collapse.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Okay, so this really is a drama.
Like, it's either a queen takes over, a queen steps up to the plate, or population collapse, because the queen, like I said, is the one who lays the eggs for all the other bees. Right. Like she's the one who lays the bee eggs, and bees die all the time. Like they don't have like a ridiculously long lifespan, and you know they hit your car windshield, they run into a window, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
they get in your house.
They get lost, right? Whatever. Yeah. And they die of old age, and so like the population would eventually collapse.
Yeah.
If they didn't have a queen. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is extremely interesting. I saw on Disney Plus literally a couple hours ago, there's a new bee documentary. I was thinking about you.
Oh, really?
I swear. And I took a picture of it because I was like, oh, I need to send this to you and tell you to watch it. It's called Secrets of the Bees, and it's all about honeybees. It literally just came out, but it's by National Geographic, but obviously on Disney Plus. So you should watch that because I feel like we're living that documentary right now through you. So we're going to need a lot of bee updates, please.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you all that I can. I think we're kind of in limbo with honeybees. There's like a danger of going into the hive. Like when you're moving those frames, like there are casualties, like not for like bees will pass away. Like it's, and then like we're in there, like disturbing the queen cells and whatever. So there's a lot of like, there's risk to being in the hive, and like you could accidentally squish the queen. Like hopefully we don't, but like the queen there could be an accident and you like accidentally squish her or whatever. So, yeah, there's a lot of like risk of being in the hive. So right now, I think we're just going to kind of leave it for a while. We're going to leave it for a week or two and see if things work out. I don't know. It's like
kind of like letting nature take its course, right? You don't want to disturb the ecosystem, and like they'll figure it out. They're going to do what they need to do, and like not your interference probably, to your point, like
It can do more harm than good.
Exactly.
There's like a very fine line with beekeeping in terms of like the level of interaction you have and like what you do, like the attention you pay to it. Like it's important to have beetle traps in there so that the beetles don't take over. It's important to have ant killer. It's important to like do some of this like maintenance stuff. But other times like you want to stay out of there and just let them do their thing.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like a fine line of being in the hive too much and being too involved. And then there's like obviously the harm of not being involved at all and it not surviving. So I think because we've been in the hive the past 2 days, are hoping that things will work. Yeah, and like we'll give it a week or two and see how it turns out.
Isn't that bananas? It's like it's kind of mind-boggling to me how the animal kingdom works and how the world works, because they're so smart and so like the communication and how they have a queen and how they prep for new queens. And it's fascinating. Like think of an ant hill. Like these ants made this hill and they have all these little tunnels beneath us that they're transporting their little crumbs on their little backs. Their little workers are going like it's kind of fascinating that these little critters just create worlds of their own and just carry it out. So, I mean, in your situation, yeah, they might like figure it out. Maybe the queen was hiding. Maybe the queen, I don't know. They'll do their thing, right?
They will. They definitely will. Yeah, it's funny even like thinking of like the movie A Bug's Life and like there's so much to it.
Seriously, think about it. A Bug's Life has so much going on. Think about a caterpillar. You've got to survive as a caterpillar to make it to become a cocoon. And then you got to make it through your cocoonhood to become a butterfly. Like that's a feat. That's a feat because you have birds coming after you. The world is so magical. And like the way that these creatures just do it.
I think we take, I don't know. I think I take, I'm not going to say for granted, but I think I underestimate how smart other beings are sometimes.
Yeah,
you
totally.
Know? Where it's like you see a bee and you're like, oh, that's a bee. And then you're like, but that bee is a part of this whole system and it has a job and it's doing this thing and like.
Right. It's pollinating. It's making like I can have food because this bee is pollinating things. And like, you know, it's interesting you say that because for us, we're a little like we're kind of still winter. I know it's April now, but like we're not ready to think about spring yet here. So we're still in like the planning phases of what we're planting, and no plants can go in yet. Seeds for me yet they can't go in. It's too cold, and there could still be frost. But we're trying to think like what are good flowers that will bring the pollinators to our gardens, so our plants can do well, and like I'm going to say crops, but it's literally like 3 plants. It's not like a field's worth of wheat, but like what pollinators are good, or like what flowers can we use next to our strawberries that will keep pests or whatever, deer away. And there's so many workings.
What crops are you doing this year? What are you planning on doing?
So it's been a bit, we've done a lot of planning the past couple of probably, I don't know, weeks. We have in our garden right now, we have all strawberries in our one bed, and we usually do cucumbers, and we do cucumbers on one side, green beans on the other side, and then we do our like herbs, rosemary, whatever, up on the back porch so I can get those quick. I've learned this year, I keep running into these master gardeners everywhere. So I've had these conversations over the past week, and then the gal whose house I was at today has gardens up the wazoo. I'm talking, she is like a full-blown grocery store in her backyard. And I was like, seriously, you name it, she's got it. It's crazy. So I was asking her questions, and I realized my cucumbers didn't grow well last year because I planted them on the same side of my garden as that I did the year before. And she was like, cucumbers eat up all the nutrients in the soil. So you have to do crop rotations. And I was like, I did not rotate those. And so I need to swap where my green beans are this year and put my green beans where my cucumbers were.
And put, yep.
Yeah, but we're gonna be careful and just take the cucumbers and do a new we're not gonna do a full-blown, I'm not putting any more beds in the ground, but we're doing a planter box bed that has the trellis going up the back on the front porch. So we can get right out to the kitchen and grab them. So they're on their own and we can like control the soil there. So I can put our like leafy compost on it and keep the soil good for the future years. So anyways, that's a long-winded way of saying we have the strawberries out back. I'm going to keep, well, what I learned go good with strawberries are like the onions and things like that. So I might get into some onions this year or like some garlic maybe.
See, I was hoping for onions too, but they, for us at least, needed to be like, you need to do the like seeds for the onions. Yeah. Like in January.
Oh, see,
so I was like, dang.
I know. So that's also the problem because it's like finding the right time frame, and like some of them were in October or like the fall, and so like you miss the window and it is what it is.
For me, it was the onions were a mist. I was like,
which
dang,
is
because we actually do use them a lot, but I just don't. It didn't work out.
I wonder when you need to plant garlic, but I think garlic would be good. And I've heard from the past conversations that they go well with strawberries. So I'm going to do possibly some onions and definitely my snap peas and green beans in the backyard. And then I think I might dabble with tomatoes with the cucumbers. So I'll do cucumbers on one side and tomatoes. But what was the thing? I had a train of thought and I'm kind of losing it now. I don't know. I think those are the main things. I really would love to plant a blueberry bush. I just don't know where. I love a fresh blueberry, but like that's a big space eater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We tried planting a blueberry bush in our backyard a few years ago, and it did not do well.
No,
it died so quick.
Shoot.
No, it didn't do well. Now, granted, we also didn't take really good care of it, but it did not do well.
I wonder. Well, and let's think about it. Like, I don't know. I know all the different zones, and like some things do really well in certain areas and some don't, right? That's like the basic of gardening. I don't know. Maybe like,
and we bought the blueberry bush here at like a farmer's market. And so like the guy gave us all this advice and was like, this is how you need to do it. It was like a local farmer who was like, plant it. So like, I would assume he wouldn't have sold it to us here. Like this local guy wouldn't have sold it to us here from a farmer's market if it wouldn't do well here. But I don't know.
No clue. I have no idea.
I am nervous. I am a little bit nervous. So like we have 7 garden beds.
Yeah.
And we have 3 different types of tomatoes. We have heirloom tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and then the early girl tomatoes.
Yep.
We have cucumbers.
Yep.
We have Japanese cucumbers, a regular like burpless, I think it was called, cucumber, which I don't know what that means. And then some pickling cucumbers so that we can make pickles.
Okay.
We have cantaloupe.
Yep.
We have what else is over there? I don't know what else is over there. We have dill. Radish, green bean. Sugar snap peas.
Yep. I'm excited about those this year.
What else do I have? That might be it. And then an entire bed of peppers. Shocker.
Interesting. Yeah.
Not going to touch them.
Mr. Teddy loves
That's my husband.
I think it's like, you know what? You grow what you grow and you learn from that. And it's like, did we like it? Did we not? What did well? What didn't? And it's like, you just try it. If you're going to eat it, do it. Why not? I think that's great. You know what I want to try? And I didn't go to the grocery store yet, but I learned how to plant sweet potatoes. And I'm really excited to try it. So if you would like to try it with me, that would be awesome. So here's what I learned. If you and I go to our grocery stores, we buy organic sweet potatoes. Okay. You buy one single organic sweet potato and we do it right now. And then we're going to put it in a box, like a cardboard box with dirt, and we're going to bury it in our little cardboard box and just water it. And over time, it's going to grow those little legs, like some freaky little legs. And then we're going to take them off in a couple of weeks. We're going to pull those little legs off, put them in those, just put them in a vase, put them in a propagating tube, whatever. And it's going to grow little roots. And once it has its roots, you can plant it under stuff. So for me, I have we have flower gardens literally blowing up across our yard. And I have planters, so we can plant those under the flowers. And so it takes a while because sweet potatoes will be ready in like October.
Yeah,
but
later.
They grow underneath everything. And then it has this really pretty green, like ornamental vine that just comes out. And it's pretty green leaves.
I'm trying to think of where I could put this.
So you could probably do it underneath some of your other things. Or if you guys do a lot of like hanging baskets or the things on your porch, like those big boxes, you could probably do a couple in there because the sweet potatoes aren't huge like when they're actually like homegrown. And then when your flowers are dying off for the season and you get them out of the beds, your sweet potatoes are ready under there.
Yeah.
And that's
my
all
only concern. I would have to do something like that because I don't know if they would do well in the clay. Like we have such clayey dirt down here.
Yeah.
You know, it's such like that red clay.
Yeah.
I'm nervous that it wouldn't do well in the clay. So I feel like a planter box would probably be a better option.
Right.
For
Or
it.
the beds. Did you buy like the soil that you guys were transporting that you had bought and delivered? That's not like clayey soil, right?
No.
Right. So you could do it underneath some of that stuff. I would just figure out like what will it companion plant with, you know?
I would be nervous that the vines would take over whatever was above it, but I would have to we'd have to check it out.
Think of like last year when we were setting up, maybe it was 2 years ago when we were at Home Depot and you were buying the flowers to plant and you got the like trailing vines. It's just like one trailing vine. It's not like a strawberry one where it like embeds itself. It's just like pretty and leafy and that's it. So I'm going to try it in some of my flower pots and just see what happens. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Listen,
but I'm just going to try it. Right. They're good. They're good. And if I can get them, like it was kind of freaky watching a video of like how that worked. I was like, that's how they're grown? That's bananas. So I think it's just, interesting. I'm not like the most green thumb person. I get excited about my gardens at the beginning of spring. I forget about them in like 2 months and then I get bored of them. But I am ready to give a good crack at the sweet potatoes, the cucumbers, the tomatoes, and I want my strawberries to do well. That's like the big thing. And I love those.
Oh, we have strawberries too. I don't know if I said that. We have some
strawberries are good. They really irritated me last year because they go crazy and just take over everything. So that's why I'm like, I'm trying to get stuff out of there because of how much they took over.
We have 2 strawberry plants and they have like a whole half of a bed to themselves.
Yeah, they'll do well. I'm really excited about flowers too. We have really good flower gardens already, but I'm looking up. I have these books that people have told me to buy when I purchased my house. For some reason, I keep buying houses from master gardeners. And one of them was like, oh, buy these books. And so I'm walking into things that I don't know what I'm doing. So I have these books and I was reading them the other day. And I mean, mind you, this is like reading picture books because it's a picture. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty flower. And so I'm looking up like what makes the best perennial garden in my zone that is like shady. And so I'm writing out my ideas of what I want to plant with what's already existing. I get this way every spring and then I forget about it by like, June.
The time
it's
it
all
is
dead.
time to plant. Yeah.
Right. Or I plant it, love it for like 3 weeks. And then I'm like, it's too hot. There's too many bugs.
And then you're like, I don't want to go water.
I don't want to do it anymore. So my husband and I, if we do this extra like planter bed in the trellising on the front porch, there's a spigot right by it. And we were like, we're going to do one of those like self-watering systems because I do not want to
that's exactly
deal with
what we've done. We have our whole backyard right now that we're replanting grass. And so like our 2/3 of our yard is still blocked off, but and it has been for like a month where we've been growing grass, but we have like that whole sprinkler system set up. And then now for our garden as well, we just have a timer that we got at Home Depot that you hook up to the hose, and like our garden gets watered every morning at 7:30. For like 6 minutes or something. And then and then it's done for the day, and it'll just do it every morning at the same time for the exact and it's like fab. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like don't have to worry about it.
Right. Yeah. Luckily our strawberries are in our sprinkler system, so it's like they get their water. But
that's nice.
on hot days, I'm like, I do need to go out there later and like give them another second water if it's like scorching hot and no rain. But if I do stuff on the porch, it's not going to get watered by the sprinkler. So I'm like, I need those grocery store tubes that'll just like do the little rainstorm and just mist them nicely. So I don't know. It's exciting. On top of it, though, I keep thinking of all these home projects we need to do, and not like big projects, but like little things that I can tackle myself. I'm kind of getting in this like DIY space. Okay. And we have carpet in our dining room and living room that it's fine, but it's kind of gross. And we've been wanting to take it out because we know there's hardwood underneath. And
so it wouldn't be like something you would have to like pay to put hardwood in. It's just rip the carpet up and refinish the hardwood.
Exactly. And we just haven't done it because it'll take a good chunk of time. So I was feeling
like an inconvenience. Like you're in your living room every day. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to have to commit to like being out of the living room for a few days.
Right. It's like literally the most used room in the house. So yesterday I was feeling it. I took kitchen scissors and I sat down in the living room and I stabbed the carpet and I cut it. And I just was like, I want to see what's underneath here. My husband came out of his room as I started cutting it. He came out of a meeting. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, cutting up the carpet.
The floor.
Cutting up the carpet. Spring break's going well. And it was hard. It was perfect. It looked just like the other floors. And all we would need to do is like tear it up, get a crowbar. I texted my dad. I said, you got a crowbar? He was like, yeah. What do you need that for? And I was like, tearing up the carpet.
Breaking into something.
Right. So we did that. And one of these days, the carpet, I put it back down and I was like, okay, looks good. Another day. Now I'll get back to it. So we'll see.
So you're going to just you're going to rock the hardwood in the living room.
Totally.
And dining room. Okay.
Totally. I love it. It's the same hardwood we have in all the bedrooms.
A child. I'm not going to say toddler, but I think with dogs and a child, that would be good for you.
Totally. We're not going to get any rugs. We're not going to get anything until like dogs are gone, daughter's older, because the dogs are messy. The kid is messy. So like, I don't care. They're old wood. Our wood in our room, it's already scratched up. I don't care. Like to me, who cares? I don't need it pristine. All we would need to do is tear everything out, get all the little sideboards, whatever done. And we checked out Home Depot, like how much it is to rent a sander if we wanted to sand the floors down. And then we would just need to like reseal them. So realistically, it's not that bad. But of course, as I'm doing that, I don't know if you remember, if anyone else remembers, but about like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, my daughter pulled our TV down. Do you remember this? When she yanked our flat screen TV off the thing and it so it was sitting on like a built-in cabinet and it flipped and the legs of the TV went through the glass door of the cabinets below.
And you've just been rocking the broken glass.
Totally. And it's not like it was shattered and like jagged where she would cut herself, but I taped it all and I was like, I don't care. No one's coming to my house. I don't care. So yesterday, after I tore apart the carpet, I grabbed a box cutter and I opened the cabinet door and I cut all the glass off every single door and I pulled it all off. So now I just have plain old doors with holes in them. And I said, husband, I'm recording the podcast. Go to Lowe's. I said, go get some wood, have them cut it and bring it home to me. And I said, get me glue, get me caulk. And I'm doing it. And so I ordered some knobs. I'm putting a new facing on my cabinets because the doors are fine. The doors work great. They look great. And he's just buying me the pieces of wood to put in there and then I can paint it. It's easy.
Okay. So you're just going to replace the glass with just wood.
Yep. I'm just going to do a normal wood cabinet door, which I like better. I hated the glass because I didn't like seeing through it to all the toys. So it's going to be wood. I'll paint it. I'll put some knobs on it and it'll be good as new. I'm in
Mrs.
Can-do attitude.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cocker.
I want to see, you've sent me a picture. I don't know. I'm going to look through our pictures. You've sent me a picture recently of your TV.
Yep.
And so I want to like get my eyes on like what you're saying here.
Here, I'll send you
so many pictures to each other.
We send too many. I'm going to send you this picture that I took of the bee documentary today. So I remembered to tell you. And you'll see my faceless cabinet doors.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Really dirty.
Yep.
So we're going to drill some holes for new knobs. And I'm going to put wood
that'll
in
look
there.
good.
Right. Better than glass. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't want any more glass in there.
Honestly, it's going to be nicer than glass for sure.
Totally agree. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm in this like can do, I can do it. I don't need no man. Like my husband won't take initiative on it. So I'm just out there with kitchen scissors, tearing up carpet, and I am touching the mat with my bare hands. And I'm like, this could be like really bad for my skin.
Yeah, you can be a Barb the Builder instead of Bob the Builder.
Barbara the Builder is on a mission. And I don't know what the mission is, but I just, I had my like 2 hours of motivation and I was like, let's do this. And then I got tired. And so who knows when it'll get finished. I mean, the carpet, I just like put it back down and said, okay, cool. Like wood's there.
Okay,
One day I'll be back for you. I don't know when it's going to be, but maybe in like a year or two. So it's the spring, it's like, it's 70 degrees and my allergies are back. And that's when I get like motivation to do stuff.
Oh, 1,000%. And I get that completely. I mean, that's kind of how we have been too. Like, we've been building those garden beds, regrowing the grass, trimming the hydrangeas. I finally hung stuff on my living room wall. Like, it's stuff that's just like, it's like those little things that like you put off forever. And
like we've wanted to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I get what you mean. It's that spring does that to you.
Yeah.
At least for me, at least for you. That's spring is like, okay, just get this stuff done.
Right. It's like the spring cleaning, spring projects. I would rather get it done now in the spring so you can enjoy summer and enjoy the nice weather. And it's stuff that helps you like enjoy the outdoor activities and it gets you outside. And it's like, just exciting. I feel like, yes, we do. We're very cyclical with the seasons. And I think that's just like how it should be. So whatever, we're just doing our thing. So it's been fun, like busy in fun ways of choices of projects and like what we're doing. But you know what? Hopefully they all work out. Hopefully it all pans out. I don't know. My husband's out buying stuff. I have no clue. I just gave him reins and hopefully he comes home with like not plywood.
Hopefully he comes home with the right stuff.
I'll send him right back, but I know he's not doing it. So I have to, but I'm going to do it. Okay. So aside from all the projects, you said you went and saw a movie and you had a movie date this weekend. Tell us about it.
So, well, it really wasn't that great. Also, side note, I think I have a broken tooth.
What do you mean?
I think I have a broken tooth. So we went to the movie on Saturday night and I was eating these little like gummy candy things like at the theater and I bit into it. It was like a gummy candy and I heard I felt a crunch and I was like, this is a gummy candy. I shouldn't be feeling a crunch right now. So I spit the candy out. Like, is there a rock in this? I spit it out, whatever. It was in the middle of the movie. So I spit it out and put it on a napkin next to me and threw it away. And then we went to dinner afterwards and I bit into like a piece of tuna, like a seared ahi tuna. And I felt the same crunch. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Don't know, but I think I might have a broken tooth. Like, I feel like that was my tooth maybe cracking.
Does it hurt?
I think it's like one of my top molars. I don't know. I feel like it probably is. And then I came home and I was like flossing like a mad woman, like just flossing, trying to see if like chunks of tooth would come out. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Dude.
Now though, like my gums are a little bit swollen right around where I think it might have been. However, well, it was this morning. I feel like it's going away now. I don't know, but I have a dentist appointment. All that to say, I have a dentist appointment in a couple of weeks for a cleaning. And so I'm like, maybe I should wait. Part of me is like, maybe I should wait. And another part of me is like, no, go get it checked out. But
I would wait unless it hurts. Like unless it starts
it doesn't
hurting.
hurt, but I'm scared to eat on that side because I don't want like, I don't know.
I think it's okay. I feel like unless you feel it, like maybe you're okay. That's also just, I don't know. To me, pain indicates something's wrong.
I'm just so scared of the dentist and scared of my teeth breaking that like, I don't know. I just have this like fear in me. Like I have dreams about my teeth breaking and falling out. And like, I'm so scared. Like I'm so self-conscious and just, I don't know if self-conscious is the word. That's not the right word, but I'm so like, I get so anxious about my teeth. Yeah. So a part of me feels like it's broken and that like one wrong bite is going to like just the tooth is actually going to fall apart because it's already cracked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many weeks is your appointment out? Like
it's 2 weeks from Friday. So the day this episode comes out is 2 weeks from that.
If I'm you, I'm keeping that appointment and I'm just trying to eat on the other side for 2 weeks and then having it checked out.
That's what I've been doing. But
That's
again,
what I would do.
this was on like Saturday that this happened. So
Yeah.
I've been fine for the last few days, but I'm just like super self-conscious about it.
Teeth to me are like, if something's wrong, they hurt. Like otherwise, like maybe it's not wrong, but if something's bothering you, that's when you know something's wrong. I don't know. That's how like all my cavities have been. Like it hurts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say like I've had a broken tooth before, and it was like I was eating a Brussels sprout, and my tooth just like literally cracked. Like a chunk of my tooth came off when I was eating a Brussels sprout years ago.
Interesting.
And when I went to the dentist, they were like, yeah, there's no way a Brussels sprout broke your tooth. Like it must have been cracked before. And like, this was just like,
interesting.
It like, this is when it came apart. So that's like my fear is that it's cracked or that like the filling that I have in that tooth, cause I'm sure I have a filling in that tooth, is like loose or something. And that was like me loosening the filling or something. I don't know.
That could be it. Yep. That makes sense.
Anyway.
Well, hopefully not.
God, it just makes me so nervous because I hate the dentist. And I'm scared they're going to be like, you need a crown or something. But anywho, and it's especially molars and it's in the back of my mouth, whatever. Anyway, so we went to the movies, and do you remember a few summers ago when there was like the whole Barbenheimer thing where it was like Barbie and Oppenheimer came out at the same time, and they were like such very dramatically different movies that it was like kind of funny because like Barbie was Barbie and Oppenheimer was like Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Well, I at that period of my life didn't have an unlimited movie pass, so I went and saw Barbie. Like I chose Barbie over Oppenheimer. But I did kind of want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
So my movie theater like sometimes brings back older movies, and they were showing Oppenheimer.
Okay.
On Saturday. And so my husband and I decided to actually go and see it because neither of us had seen it. And I think you would have been absolutely miserable in this movie. Part of me thinks
I've seen it. I've seen Oppenheimer.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. I have actually.
And it's like 3 hours long.
Yes.
Okay, part of me thought, I was like, she would hate this because it's like history and like war and like whatever. But then a part of me was like, but you also really like science. But then I also then argued, but I was like having this whole argument with myself. But then I was like, I think that you like, even though you like science, you like earth science and like natural science, not necessarily like quantum mechanics.
It depends. It depends because this is like, it's scary in a way. Like it's scary realistic. You know what I mean?
It's got the like doomsday feel to it.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's why I like it because it's so creepy to me. It's almost like a scary movie.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, continue. So you're right. Anyway, you're spot on.
We went and saw it and I liked it. But I couldn't, and I like history, so I liked it, but I also couldn't like keep any of the characters straight. There were so many people and they'd be like listing off names and I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't like until I saw the actor, they could like mention someone and I would have no clue who they're talking about. Like I would need them to show the actor that they were talking about's face for me to like understand what was happening. So I did really like the movie. And it was good. It was really long.
Yes.
And I got really confused with the characters, but that's all I really had to say about that is that we saw Oppenheimer finally.
It's a good movie. So remind me, because I think we watched it at home and because it came out years ago. So my husband was watching it and I was doing that thing where I'm like half paying attention. And this is a one where like I'm sorry. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil it by something.
It's been years,
like, so something explodes and the guy like watches it and he's really happy to see it. Like I don't want to say he's really happy to see it, but like he watches it and he's like, there it is. That's this movie, right?
Yeah. It's like it's an academic, like a professor at a university who gets hired to run the Manhattan Project.
Yes.
Which is a project to create the atomic bomb.
Correct.
Which for World War II before the USSR did it. And
I don't know how in depth to get with this, but yes, and he watches it. Yes, so I liked it because it felt so doomsday-esque, and I was like, "Holy cow!" Like that's wild. It's almost like that one episode of Black Mirror that you showed me that haunts me. Like that to me is scarier than any scary movie. in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
That episode has scarred me for life.
Yeah. I think
And
what was like good about this movie, or not good about this movie, but like the whole point of it too was like the morality behind it. You know, like
yes,
he was doing it and like creating this thing and he was like so proud to like have accomplished what he accomplished, but he was also like so mad at
right,
himself and like
right.
the world and what it was being used
Yes,
for, you know?
absolutely 100%. So that's exciting. I think it's cool when theaters play the throwback movies,
Right.
old movies that have come out. They play it again. I think that's a really fun way to go to a theater
Like
and
I got to see
experience it.
La La Land and I had never
Right,
seen La La Land
right,
before. Yeah.
exactly. Speaking of movies, are you gonna go see the Mario movie then?
Yeah, I really want to see, so we saw Oppenheimer last weekend
Yep.
and then I really want to see Project Hail Mary though too.
What's that?
It's
think
like
I've heard
the
of it.
Ryan Gosling space one. Yeah, he like is a
What do we
it's-
mean?
He like he's like he's like a professor or something, or he's like a teacher and he has to go into space to like save the earth. And it's like a sci-fi book that
I
was
see
really
that.
popular.
Yep.
And then it was turned into a movie and people say that it's really good. Like
When
really
did that
good.
come out?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I have heard that that's really, really good. And so I really want to see that. I'd
Okay.
rather see that than the Mario movie. I do
Yeah.
want to see the Mario movie too, but I think I'm going to give the Mario movie a couple of weeks so that like the first rush of kids
Smart.
is out of it and we can see
So
it in like a
smart.
more empty theater.
Yes. And go
so-
late.
So I want to see not Oppenheimer. I want to see Project Hail Mary hopefully this weekend.
You could see them back to back. It's like Ryan
True.
Gosling saving the Earth in space and then watching like Mario save the galaxy that Ryan Gosling
Well,
was just in.
The
or something.
issue that I have with the Mario movie is that I've never played Super Mario Galaxy.
Fair. Okay.
Like, and I told myself when they announced this movie, I'm going to play Super Mario Galaxy before this movie comes out. And I never did.
oh, you know what?
So,
The movie's not going anywhere. My daughter really wants to see it for some reason. Like she's very
good.
excited to see it.
I bet it'll
really,
be better than SpongeBob.
oh my gosh. I hope, but that girl can't sit still. I'm not going to a movie with her ever again. Not until she learns how to sit. Okay. No.
Yeah.
I want to see Project Hail Mary. So that's one I would have to go by myself with. I can't,
Yeah, your
I
husband's
can't
not going to that.
go. No, he would absolutely not. Maybe I'll have to go see that. I have tomorrow to myself. Should I go see a movie tomorrow?
You should.
Maybe tomorrow night I should go see a movie.
Dude, you really should. Get yourself a popcorn and an icy and some Dippin' Dots and
Should I see it like midday? Oh my gosh.
dude, a movie midday is great.
Should I do that? So here's what I'm thinking. Before we go into like the next thing, I've been thinking about this a lot. I was thinking about you the past couple of days and I was like, what would, and I don't know why my head went here, but this is like what I think about when I walk around or when I'm like disassociating from like motherhood and just like being screamed at by a child. I was like, what's my dream date? Like if I could do anything. And I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know.
Do you mean like a romantic date or like a date with yourself?
Anything. Like this could be, I was thinking like a dream date romantically, but then I was like, wait a minute, but like, here was my idea. This is where you tied in. I was like, what if we just like scrapped it as the romantic idea? And I was like, new girls trip idea. We all like, we go on a trip. You and I have like a weekend trip, but instead of just like hanging out, we live out our dream dates, but it's like with your bestie or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm sitting there thinking like, what's my dream date? No clue. But then now I'm thinking of what's my dream day, my 24 hours that I have alone. What am I going to do? And I don't know, but maybe seeing a movie should be added.
Dude, a movie
in
is a
there.
great part of it. It's a couple hours where you're like in the dark, air conditioning. You can take your blankie. You get to like snack as much as you want.
Right. But
no one's like grabbing the buttery fresh popcorn off the top except for you.
Yeah, my dream date is my husband not being there so I can eat the best popcorn pieces before his freaking claw hands get to them.
Comes in.
Yeah, God. It's gone before the movie even starts. Definitely he's not involved if it's a dream date. He's not there. That's for darn sure.
He's not there.
No offense to him. So I don't know. Maybe I should go see that tomorrow. But then the problem is it eats into my Pocopia time because part of me is saying I should drop her off in the morning, scoot home as fast as I can, and just sit my butt in my chair and play that game all day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I looked at my husband the other night and I was like, I'm having like, what's the word? I just blanked on the word I'm looking for. Like, I don't have enough of it right now.
Like a
because
withdrawal?
I'm having a Pokopia withdrawal because it's spring break and I don't have time to play it right now. Like, what do I do?
Listen here. I have my Switch right here. You have still. Let's check up on your Pokopia hours.
Wait, before you tell me how much, can I tell you 2 days ago, I asked my husband, how many hours do you think I put in this game?
Yeah.
Guess what he guessed? 15. And I said, excuse me? Have you seen me the past month? 15? And he goes, what, 30? I was like, oh my God. Dude.
You have put in 120.
Claps for myself.
120. I'm at 75.
I looked at him and I was like, you're going to throw up if I actually tell you.
Did
Because
you tell
what do you
him?
think I do all day? I think I was at like 110 at that point. And I was like,
Yeah, you're.
what do you think I've been doing? Like, I'm at home all day with you. Have you seen me do anything? Like, where do you think I've been? So, my plan tomorrow was like get home and just play all day. I know that that's not super realistic. Like, I will go a little nuts.
Yeah, I think put a movie in there. Put a movie in there, and then you won't feel so. I think like when I spend all day doing one thing, like you want to dream day. Like take yourself to a movie, get yourself a coffee, get yourself your favorite meal, play Pokopia. Like do like a variety of things.
Yeah.
And then that'll make you like enjoy the time in Pokopia even more.
Right.
You know?
I'm wondering if like I don't have a lot of days where I just come home and like, I don't have days where I can sit and play Pokopia. Like I can't just wake up, put on jammies and go play. That's what I really want to do. So I think Friday morning is I wake up and at like 7:30, I'm straight down here playing. That's it. Because she has her play date. And I think I'm getting her back around like lunchtime on Friday. So I was like, that's kind of perfect. So for me, tomorrow, drop her off. Come home, maybe, because, okay, see, I overthink it. Can you hear like the overthinking in my head as I'm trying to say this? I drop her off at 10. My in-laws will chat for about 30, 45 minutes. By then it's already 10:45, 11. To me, that's the afternoon. So like the day's already done at that point. Like I don't have much time after that. This is how bad the brain gets.
I know.
Right? And so I'm like, well, if I only have the rest of the day, do I go home even though the day's already almost done? Or should I go to like a thrift store and then go home and then play Pokopia until dinner time and then eat dinner, then go back and play Pokopia? Or is that a total waste of the day? Or do I drop her off, go to a thrift store, play Pokopia, go to a movie, have dinner at the movie, and then come home by like 6, 7, and then get to play uninterrupted Pokopia until I fall asleep. And then I wake up.
Like a good plan.
I think so too. I think I have dinner at the movie. Maybe I go to one of those shows that has like dinner at the theater where I can get like a chicken tender
and you're
basket.
Probably, I mean, you're going to see Project Hail Mary before I do. So you'll have to tell me how it is.
Oh my gosh. Or
because I probably won't
see
it until this weekend. Yeah.
True. Wow. This is crazy fun. So I don't know. I'm planning out the day. I think I need to get myself like some ice cream. And I don't know. I kind of want to go shopping. I don't want to go shopping. I want to go to a thrift store. And you asked about those Hello Kitty Labubus earlier this week. And no, I haven't bought any, but I keep thinking about them. And so I'm like, should I just
think
go buy
on your
one?
day off, you deserve one.
Just one. Just go to the store. I haven't even seen this, the San Diego store, the Pop Mart store, and just buy one box. Walk out.
Do you have an official store now? We do.
Okay. And I've never been to it. It opened in like November and I've never even seen it. I've never seen it with my own 2 eyes. So what if I just go there, buy one box?
I think you should.
Just one. But what if it's a bad one? Should I buy 2?
Well, no, you open it before you leave the mall parking lot.
What if I get home and it's the worst one?
That's why.
Will that be a day ruiner though? I know, but then do I have to get out of the car, waste 20 minutes going back in?
Open it in the like hallway. Find yourself a nice little bench and open
it
there.
At the counter and demand a refund is what I should do. And
this
say,
is not the one I wanted.
BS. I'm not paying for this. Or maybe one of the workers will see me open it and trade.
I wanted that one.
Right.
And I got this one. Will you trade with me? And they have the exact one you want.
Wait, okay. I got to tell you something. I think Pokopia has changed my algorithm so much where I am back on Pokemon card TikTok.
Oh.
And it's not good. It's not good.
You feeling like you need to get cards again?
I'm feeling an itch. I'm feeling an itch that needs to be scratched, and it's for Pokemon cards. And I spent about my little bit of free time last night when my daughter and husband went to the dog food store to pick up dog food. I sat on the couch and I looked up cards that I wanted because I said, I won't go out and buy packs, but maybe I'll write down which cards I want and I'll find them on like eBay, or maybe there'll be a card shop I pass at some point and I just buy the cards over time that I want. So something on my to-do list for tomorrow is go through every single one of my Pokemon cards and put them in order of like get my favorite ones and put them in my childhood binder that I have. And then over time, add these cards that are like now on my wish list, which hang on. Let me see how long it got. I wrote them all down. It's terrible. Well, it's like a full page.
Oh, that's a full page.
And notice they're not cheap.
You might not have time for the movies tomorrow.
This is the
I mean,
problem.
if you go over dinner, you do, because you already have plans. You already have to scratch out time for dinner, so just add an extra hour onto that for your movie. You know,
you're right. Should I scrap Pop Mart and go to like a Pokemon card store? I don't think I have one anymore actually, because they have those like stores where you can just look at some of the cards. I just don't know a good enough one by me to do that. But like one of these cards on here goes for $660. There's a chance I'll never get that in my whole entire life, but it's pretty.
Well, you can send me the list and I can go look at my stores too.
Yeah, I might have to. But like one of them is only $2. And so these are ones that I'm thinking like if you and I end up at one of those like anime cons or whatever, right? And like I see it, it's like something I add to my little binder. I just keep seeing so many TikToks of it and I'm like, you know what? I want to get some and put them in my binder and I want to reorganize it. But oh gosh, it's so hard picking things to do. It's so difficult. So
yeah, when you have a full free day, I get that completely.
24 hours. That's like, that's a mother load. And then I have to factor in sleep. I don't want to sleep. I want to pull like an all-nighter and just enjoy it every single minute of that. So
yeah, I totally get that. But then you also are like, but I want sleep because I can actually get sleep.
Right. I'm like, but I should go to bed early, but also absolutely not. Are you kidding me? But the fun technically starts tonight because like I just have to wake up and get her out the door and then I'm good. And maybe if I'm lucky, my husband won't have a meeting and I'll be like, you should go drop her off so I don't get pulled into like the 45-minute conversation, which is what he did for me last week.
Yeah, which means that you get to like stay up late tonight and play tonight, you know?
Exactly.
You could do your Pokemon cards tonight. You could do
it's so true.
Pokopia tonight.
You're right. You know what? You're absolutely right. My husband's going to be home. So it's 24 hours of myself, like avoiding him so he doesn't take up any of my time for the 24
hours.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Pretend I'm not here. I tell him that all the time, but still. Anyways, I'm rambling about that. And
that's okay. That's okay.
It is what
Speaking
it is.
of Pokopia a little bit, have you played it all today?
I have not played today.
Today, the day that we're recording is April 1st. We were recording on April Fool's Day. And they have a, I'm not going to like spoil it too much for you, but they have April Fool's Day event.
I know exactly what's happening.
Okay.
Tell us.
So they have the April Fool's Day event where it's really, and basically you have to talk to different Pokemon who act like another Pokemon.
Okay.
And you have to choose which Pokemon you think that they are trying to imitate.
It's so cute.
It's so hard.
I was about to ask,
you
is it
have
easy?
to get 3 right. And it's like, I got the first one right immediately. Like you get a 50-50 chance. Like they say a line or two and then they say, oh, shucks, I can't do that for very long. That's so hard trying to be someone else. Who do you think I was trying to be? And then it gives you like Plume. Or is Plume a Pokemon?
Vileplume?
Vileplume.
Yes.
I just got Vileplume today. Do you think I was trying to be Vileplume?
I love her.
Do you think I was trying to be Vileplume? Or do you think I was trying to be Squirtle? And I'm like, I don't know. And it's not even like, I know who they are. I know that one's a water Pokemon and I don't remember what Vileplume was. But like, Like, they are not obvious answers. It's not
Interesting.
obvious.
Okay.
And so
What's like do you remember anything about the question?
no, I know that one that I got right was something about water, and that was
Okay.
Squirtle, because it was like a
Okay.
water type thing. But
Yep.
the other ones like aren't.
They're not like super straightforward.
No.
Well, they do those quizzes with you randomly and they're like,
Mhm.
what's
Who's
this
taller?
person? Right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's easy. But when they're like, what's this person's least favorite flavor? I'm like, you think I know that
Right.
off the top
Bitter,
of my head?
sour.
Right. I'm like, I don't
know.
freaking know.
Dry.
You tell me. Oh my God. I got Sylveon. I got Sylveon
Really?
in my game and I haven't told anyone yet, but I got Sylveon.
Heck yeah.
She's
So
in there.
So you've been over on your.
I have been, and I
Pallet
haven't told you. I almost texted you about it because I have thoughts on it, but I'm not spoiling anything, so I'm not telling you about it.
Well, I know that's where you get all the evolutions.
Yes.
Like, I know, like, I went over there. I didn't know what was going on, and it said, choose a name for this area. And I said, Acrewood.
I literally thought of you, and I was like, chances are she names it Acrewood. Knew it.
I said,
as you should.
Acrewood. And then I walked away. I met Evie, and then she's like, help me meet my friends. And I walked away.
Let me tell you, this area is the most overwhelming chunk of land. I was going to text you, and after I opened it a couple days ago, I was like, never go in here. Because I'm so confused. There's so much stuff in here. Yeah. This is massive. Pallet Town, whatever you name it, Acrewood, huge. This place is a bonanza. It's so overwhelming. I regret going in there. And I wish Sylveon was not specific to there because I wish I did not go in there. I don't even know how to begin.
I haven't been back. Stressful. I haven't been back. I went there. I met Evie. I said, too much for me. And I left. I still haven't even gone to, I still am Rocky Ridges, Bleak Beach, and Withered Wastelands. I haven't gone to the Skylands place. I don't know what the other one's called.
I don't know if there is another one. I don't think there is.
Oh, really? There's only 4?
I think so. I think the Skyland is the only other one.
But there's the door in Rocky Ridges. Where's that take you?
That goes to there.
Where does the door in Bleak Beach go?
To the Skyland.
They both go to the Skylands.
Yes.
Oh.
So those all connect. And then the upper one in Withering Wasteland, I don't know where that one goes. I still can't open it. Okay. But the other ones all connect somehow. But like, I'm just using the travel home feature. I couldn't be bothered to go through gates at this point. But Pallet Town, I'm sorry. Why is it so big? I'm so at a loss with what even to do with it. It's just like,
to be fair, bananas. I don't even know what it is.
If you go back there and you just look around, I can't wait to hear your thoughts because my jaw was on the floor, and I promise you are going to be like, holy cannoli. This is absurd. It's bigger than all of them combined, I would guess. Like, completely larger than every single space.
Stop it.
And it's blank. Like, you walked in and you saw it. And that is the whole thing. But it's huge. Absolutely massive. So anyways, I've been like kind of toying with it because I was like, I want Sylveon. I'm at a point where I want Sylveon. I don't have Gengar. I still haven't gotten a single Aurorus fossil. I've been trying super hard. I've been floating around looking for those darn little lit up locations. Cannot find her fossils for the life. Literally. Not a single one.
I only have one of her fossils.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I have her head.
Can't do it. I have her tail, but I haven't found a single one since we talked about it. So anyways, I'm kind of at a loss of what to do. So I finished the like Sky Zone, whatever. That place gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like, when you go there, you're going to have to tell me about it, but it creeped me out. Like, it made me feel very weird for some reason.
Okay.
And for Pallet Town does too.
For me, it feels, I don't know that I love the design of it as much. Like, I've seen it. It feels like overstimulating to me. It feels like a little bit overwhelming. like all the colors and all of the like textures and like the
Yes.
glass and I think of the like areas that I have seen, again, I have not been to the Skylands,
Mm-hmm.
but of the places that I have seen, I think that's my least favorite.
Same.
And I haven't been there, so I don't know that I have any right to say that, but
Can confirm I feel the exact same way. But anyways, yeah, so they have this 2-day event of April Fool's Day, and I didn't realize it was like this quiz, so I'm excited to see if I get any of them right. But I know it's only 2 days, so by the time this episode comes out, it's gonna be done. But you get that inflatable pseudo-wudo tube man, which I think is really funny and goofy. So I got to do that. I have to play today.
Yeah, he's
but
cute.
you also texted me about the free in-game gift that you can redeem right now to get. It's the Chansey like planter, right? So that one I think anyone can still do until October. I think they made it a really long gift.
Was it?
So,
oh well, and that's how I got Vileplume.
heck yeah, heck yeah! I love Vileplume. I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know that. The game has just gotten me in this like Pokemon thing. So between the cards and the game, I'm like totally like.
You know what? I'm also kind of itching. I kind of am itching to play Leaf Green again.
Well, as you should.
Yeah, I haven't
As
played.
you
I
should.
haven't picked it up a single time since Pokopia came out. But like, there's something about the simplicity that is nice to just like pick it up for 5 or 10 minutes and like play a little bit.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. Have you done any decorating in Pokopia out of curiosity?
No, nope.
Okay.
I have not, and I think that that's intentional.
Yep.
I know that having Magnemite is really, really helpful for a lot of decorating, for like getting to higher places and getting and placing and replacing, and I'm like, it's not even worth it. I will say today, while I was streaming, I tore down my locker storage, my amusement park locker storage, and built out a new storage facility underground.
Okay.
That is like central to the Withered Wastelands, like right near the Pokemon Center, but underground. And I like kind of followed the tutorial. It wasn't even a tutorial, but I like followed what I saw someone do on TikTok. It was like some other content creator posted. I think her name was Alexia.
The stairs. The like
I did the like stair thing.
The plan was, Yep.
So I built that out.
Yep.
I built that out today.
Did you? Do you like that? Because that's what I have saved.
Yeah, I think it's helpful. Like before I had those like yellow chests like stacked on top of each other, and it made it really hard to access the bottom one. Like you basically had to like stare at your feet in order to access the bottom one. And this is like so much more helpful. Like you have to go up the stairs to the one you want and then just look straight ahead and like click on it. And so it makes it a little bit more precise for that.
So you can like jump up to it and it's in front of you. Okay, fair. I still haven't made a storage solution and I really need to. And I saw that video and the post about it. So I was like, okay, that's a great idea. I'm definitely doing that. So good to know that it works and that you like it because
I mean, I haven't like decorated it at all. Like what I'm planning on doing is like, I'm going to put it down there. I also, so I have like, I've moved all my storage there. I have about 2/3 of what I built out full. So I have room for growth in there to like add more chests and rearrange whatever. So I built it much bigger than I needed it. Not much bigger, but about 1/3 bigger than I needed it. So I have room to grow. I also am I put like a crafting area in there in like my underground bunker. I put all of my little plushies for Dream Islands down there. I'll lined them all up. And then I'm also going to do a little like kitchen area right there too.
Yep. So you can like do all the things right there.
It just can get all that like business done in one spot. I will say I still have like dirt walls. It looks atrocious, but it's all like replaceable over time. You know?
Yeah. No need to make it look pretty. It's
do have nice wood diagonal floors.
Oh my gosh. That's
but
huge.
I have sandy walls.
It's okay. Honestly, all my storage boxes are right at the front of the Pokemon Center. Every single one. And they're just right there. And it is I'm just rocking it because I don't know. So good to know that works. Maybe I'll do that tonight and like knock that out. I need to do something.
It's easily doable in a couple. I mean, it would take you probably an hour. It took me a couple hours because it takes me forever to do anything on stream. But
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Mhm.
I've got some big Pocopiaing in my future that I'm planning on doing, but I feel like I have 100 projects in there and I just can't. I don't finish them because I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't care anymore. I put in too much time and now I don't care. And I'm on to the next. And so I'm going to tear stuff down and then maybe one day start again because I can't keep anything straight in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's fun stuff in Pocopia, some fun
Mhm.
event things. And I know, what is going on in Palea? Like,
Have you
quickly,
seen?
like, yeah, I'm seeing horse heads and big heads, and I'm very
Dude,
confused.
I was streaming yesterday. I was playing
Yeah.
Palea yesterday. I was running
Okay.
around working on the bulletin board, trying to get eggs for the bulletin board.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I'm running around Bahari Bay, right? I'm running around Bahari scavenging because this, like, hot tip if you're struggling with getting eggs of any assorted color, foraging gives you a chance at random colored eggs. So like you don't have to, like, the blue eggs you have to get from fishing, the red eggs you have to get from hunting, the yellow eggs you get from catching bugs. But if you forage, you get a chance at any egg. So
Oh,
I don't want to flippin' fish. I don't want to fish.
I don't blame you.
So I'm like, I'd rather run around and take my chances with like random eggs and hope that I get random eggs and hope that those random eggs are blue than fish.
Fair.
So I'm running around Bahari in my little outfit, and all of a sudden my head is massive. Like somebody was like, "What happened to your head?" And I was like, "I don't know." And my head is massive, and those little two like braid things, those little like braid bun things, tiny. They look minuscule on my head. And I was like, what is going on? I look atrocious. And I had this like buff that's like, you know how it's like 5 times fishing or whatever?
Yes.
There was just one called Big Head, and it was supposed to last for 30 minutes. And I was like, what is going on? So they just made everybody's head big.
Just randomly.
Just yesterday, March 31st.
Hilarious. And now you can't turn it off, or like,
No,
how
you
long
can't turn
are
it
we
off.
like that?
It does. I don't know. It does have like a 30-minute timer on it. The like buff does. So if you stay in the same server, it will wear off and your head will go back to normal. But if you then, like, if I were to leave Bahari, go to Kilima, timer resets. I get the big head buff and I'm 30 minutes in Kilima. So like it will eventually kind of wear off. But I think it's only going to be there for a day or two.
Okay. Like, jokes on you. That's hilarious. I would have peed my pants. That's so funny. Just watching you run around and then that happens.
Mm-hmm.
That is too good. That's too good. Honestly, I like that they're partaking in the fun and like, you know.
Okay. I just need to, we're going to interrupt this regularly scheduled programming because the rocket just took off.
It did?
Yeah.
Artemis is in the air.
I'm sitting here yapping about my big head, and all of a sudden I look over to the left and I see a rocket in the sky.
All right, here we go.
There they go.
Yep.
Why does it kind of make me, I'm like going to cry. I hope they're safe.
I know.
I just hope they're okay.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up right now too.
I'm on NASA's YouTube.
Okay, NASA YouTube, because my time one is going real slow.
Like, holy cannoli. Are you seeing it?
Hang on. I need to talk to you. Oh, God. Can you hear the audio?
No.
There she goes. All right, everyone. Sorry, it's a couple of days later. Maybe edit the silence out. Let's see.
Okay, well, the orange stopped. The, like, thrusters. I don't know anything about this, but...
Wow. Yep. Orange is gone.
And now it's orange again. Is everything okay?
Like, it looks like it's going sideways and not up. And honestly, it looks like it's going down now.
I know. I don't know.
It looks like it's going down and not up. And it looks like it's on fire.
Maybe it disappeared.
I don't know. Fireball.
I don't know anything about this. Also, I feel like I shouldn't, like, are there comments? No. I think
are, and I just don't. See, look. Don't read the comments because people are... Oh, what's that?
That looks like the moon. Anywho,
that looks like an ejection. It's not, but
the rocket ship, Artemis. It's not. Is the ship called Artemis II?
Okay, can we just sidebar for 1 second?
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that. Please, no one judge this.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't research this stuff. we humans as
Mhm.
a world have only been on the moon one time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was under the impression that ever since, like, you know, the original touchdown on the moon, like Neil
Mm-hmm.
Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin,
Mm-hmm.
I thought we've just been like walking the moon. Like, I thought we consistently had people on the moon.
Yeah.
Like, I was very confused why
No, I'm not
Artemis
judging that. I
was
think, listen, you have
important.
that like thing in your head that's like, oh, well, we've done that. Of course, we've done that since. Like, technology
Right.
has only advanced. Like, of course, we've done it since.
I'm like,
then,
this is no
right?
big deal.
I
Going to the
think-
moon, like Katy Perry was going to the moon, right?
No, she just left. Katy Perry just like left the atmosphere and came back down.
Like, to me, I was like, Katy Perry's been to the moon. Like, why is this
No.
a big deal?
I think that's why there's so many people who are skeptical about the moon landing. I am not
Right.
skeptical nor non-skeptical. I have no opinion on the moon landing. I just know that there is a conspiracy that a lot of people think we haven't been there. I don't know the
Right.
details enough.
Well, I didn't
But,
know
like,
that until today. People were
about
saying like,
people being
oh,
skeptical.
photoshopped. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait. People
No,
don't
there's a
believe
lot.
it? I was confused.
I think a big part of it is like, how did we do it in 1967? I think it was 67. People are like, well, how did we do it in 1967? And we haven't been able to do it since. You know,
Right, and-
there's that like,
Yeah.
there's that like, how was the technology there in 1967 that isn't there now? So
Yes,
I
okay.
think that is what a lot of people think is skeptical, and then they're like, yeah, the video is like filmed in a sound stage or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like conspiracies
right.
about it, and I don't
Right.
know. I don't know enough about it. I really truly don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who think that the moon landing was fake.
Interesting.
So, yeah, and these people aren't even going to the moon. They're just flying around the moon.
Artemis II isn't going to the moon.
Not right now.
So
No.
I'm sorry.
The Artemis,
I'm so confused.
yeah. So the Artemis program is a program. It's like an overarching like program designed to get humans living on the moon. So like to create permanent residence on the moon, to then further the Mars program. So like they're basically saying like, okay, if we get people on the moon, then it's easier to get from the moon to Mars than it is to get from like Earth to Mars. That's like the goal. So it's like the forever goal is like Mars, but like in the meantime, get to the moon so that we can build like lunar bases that will then help the advancement of getting to Mars.
It's like space travel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, like the whole the whole Artemis project is like this overarching thing that's going to take years and years and years, decades, I'm sure. But the Artemis II, like the launch that we just saw, this is sending those 4 astronauts
Yep.
around the moon. So they're going to see the backside of the moon, which people don't see. So they're going to see the backside of the moon. They're basically just like going to loop the moon and then come back. And when they do that, basically like this whole thing, just looping it, is to test the little capsule that they're in to make sure that like humans can survive in it. I don't want to be on that test.
Like, what do you mean?
The test is to see if humans can survive. I don't want to be on that ship.
Holy cannoli. Talk
So,
about
like,
like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. So, and I mean, they've been preparing for it for years, but like that is what they are doing.
How do
is
you
like
prepare for
testing.
that?
That's what they're doing, is like testing to make sure that like humans can survive in this thing that goes around the moon.
How many humans are going to volunteer to do that?
Like those 4 did.
When it's time to do it though, and like if they, I don't know how many people eventually they want to move a population up there. Like I want to, who's going? Are they selective?
I think
are
a lot of
like,
people will.
What?
Yeah, I think so. You know, yeah, I was thinking about this too. I was like watching some interviews with the like astronauts who went up in space and everything, or these 4. And like one of them, he was like an engineer of some sort.
Okay.
And then he went into like the Navy, and then from the Navy, he was selected for the astronaut program. And it's like, oh, so you're selected for the astronaut
Right.
program? Because like you think of like little kids, there's so many little kids who are like, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up.
Right.
And then
Right.
it's like, okay, well, what do you do? Like, what do you go to school for astronaut school? Like, I don't know. Like, apparently
Right.
not. I don't know. It's not something I ever necessarily wanted to be. It terrified me.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's like it's a prestigious, like you've got to be so incredibly
100%.
smart, and you've got to be,
Yes.
I think, like so in shape, like your body
Mhm.
has to be like, you have to have like your health in check, and you have to
Yeah.
make sure that your body is so healthy and ready to go, because like it's a lot of wear and tear on the
Yeah.
body, I think, and like
Mhm.
it's just wild.
Absolutely. It is. It's absolutely wild. And I like that is what fascinates me because I don't understand it. And it's like there's so much unknown to it. I'm just like mind boggled.
Okay,
And
I saw
ugh.
this thing today. I saw this TikTok today when I was
Uh-huh.
like looking up this program. I was like, I went into a deep rabbit hole. They said that if you were to drive
Uh-huh.
from Earth to the International Space Station, right?
Okay.
Which is where
Yeah.
they send astronauts a lot
Yeah.
to like work on the International Space Station.
Which is just floating, right?
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
Earth's orbit. If you
Sure.
were to drive a car from Earth to the space station, it would take you 4 hours. It's like a 4-hour drive. Like if you were just like to
Seriously?
drive a vehicle up there, it's a 4-hour drive. Yep. Which like, okay,
That's not that far.
no. If you were to drive a car to the moon, it would take you 160 days.
Huh?
That's how much different this like
What?
going from the, it's like, yeah, it's like space station. Okay. They do that all the time. But to drive to the moon, it said 160 days.
It's so
And that's like if you're driving a vehicle speed. But the obviously it's this thing I think is supposed to take them like less than 10 days. Like they're supposed to be up in the sky for like 10 days or something.
and then they come back. So like they're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
orbit the moon or like go to the backside of the moon
Circle,
and back in 10 days.
Yeah, and they're not landing on the moon, they're just going around it.
I am so perplexed.
And
That's
then
what
they're
this
gonna
it's
land
like
in a little pod in the ocean with some umbrellas.
that
Parachutes,
is
not
with some
umbrellas.
umbrellas, just Mary Poppins in their way back to Earth. Here she comes, Mary Poppins. I it absolutely freaks me out. Like I just Googled where is the International Space Station right now, and just the pictures are so astounding,
Wild, right?
Like astounding to see the Earth, the atmosphere, this thing, and then just darkness, just pitch black is so scary. You know, I was talking to my parents about it not this past weekend, but the weekend before, because my brother and sister-in-law went down to Florida and they were at NASA down there. Like they were doing something. They couldn't have their phones. They were going over. They were staying in the neighborhood where Buzz Aldrin literally lives because there's neighborhoods for the astronauts. Like right in there. There's something in Texas for them. There's all these different training facilities that they go to. And I remember in Florida, we went down there when I was a kid, and I had always wanted to go to space camp for the summer. Like I thought it'd be so fun to go to space camp and do the like little suit stuff and jump around. And I told my dad that, and he was like, you want to go? You want me to see what we got to do to go? And I was like, Dad, you're like 70. And I'm like 30. I don't think they want us at space camp. I don't think we qualify for space camp anymore. And he was like, you want me to look it up? And I was like, I mean, sure, but like I really don't think we can go. And I think they do it in the South somewhere, like in the middle of it's either like Alabama, Louisiana, Kentucky, some middle of the nowhere state. I'm pretty sure that's where space camp is. And it's just fascinating. I don't know how you learn more about this stuff because it's so complex.
I truly I don't know. You have to be so smart, and
I'm not.
It's honestly not something I want to do. Like
I would love to. Okay, so Huntsville,
you would
Alabama.
Want to go to the moon?
No, I want to go to space camp. I don't want to go to the moon. I want to go to I want to go somewhere where it's like space for dummies. I'm not saying like I am a very intelligent person. I want to learn the proper stuff, and I want to sit in like a seminar or go to space camp where they can teach me things in language I'll understand and things that like will make sense to me, because I could go on like websites or I could go on TikTok and watch videos. I don't know what's true and what's not true. I truly don't.
Yeah.
I want to know the real stuff. I want someone to tell me like the truth of I love earth science. That was always like a topic that intrigued me, but I also learned it at like a high school level where I could understand it. And now I want someone to understand or like explain it to me similarly, but more like the next step. I don't know how to explain it, but I do think it's so fascinating. I myself, though, don't know that I'd want to be sent to the moon, but I think it'd be fun to like simulate it and like pretend and like put a spacesuit on and go in like a rocket ship and be in like anti-gravity for a little bit. I think that would be fun, but actually going to space, I can't, let me tell you, Pocopia, I can't even surf my way around those oceans without getting like whatever the fear of deep water is. Like that freaks me out. And so if a video game, deep water freaks me out, no chance I'm going to space. No chance.
I'd like to like learn too. I think it'd be fascinating to learn. I'd love to like, I'd love to absorb the knowledge and then never apply it to my life.
Right. I want to know the secrets of space. I want to know what there is to know about it. I'm sorry. I will never understand the equations of a black hole or like any of it. I will never understand the science of gravity. Maybe I will, but like it fascinates me and I would love to know things, but not like, not apply it to my life because I don't want to go to space. That scares me, but I want to know everything about it because it's so fascinating that it scares me. That's my thought on this. And so the fact that there's people going, I thought people were up there all the time. Like I thought in 2026, like,
there's always people like at the International Space Station, but not.
So tell me this, how is it that I thought we were all moving to Mars? I thought literally Mars was like the next planet Earth. And in our lifetime, we're going to see people like living on Mars, but only a couple people have ever stepped foot on the moon. That's like, great question. I'm living 3,000 years ahead. Like I'm in year 3,000 at this point because I'm confused. I'm so confused by this. I'm just going to like, I guess that makes me feel a little bit better because I think that would kind of make me sad to watch people like try to civilize the moon. Or like,
I don't know. I could be speaking out of my butt here. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the moon, because the moon is not a planet, it doesn't have its own like atmosphere and stuff. So like Mars has like weather and like a livable temperature and all that. Water. And the moon is just a rock. So like obviously like there's no people ever going to like live on the moon.
I mean, we're like sandy cheeks with our little suits on.
Right, exactly. You'd be like sandy cheeks living in the dome.
Right, exactly.
Like people are thinking that it'd be like actually possible to habitate Mars.
Because I think there was like signs of water, or oxygen there. But like I truly thought that's something realistic that could happen in my lifetime, and now I feel like kind of better.
I don't think it's unrealistic. I have no clue. I think it's like the I don't know. Like I think they want to go to Mars by like 2030 or something.
Totally. I'm curious like how long would it take to get there though? And like sure, if no one's ever been to Mars, again, I'm sitting here thinking rockets.
The rovers have.
Right. I'm thinking humans have like jumped around the moon all this time.
I mean, listen though. Like we got robots there.
Yeah.
We have rovers on Mars.
That's even
they just haven't sent humans.
Right. And so I'm like, how many humans are they going to send before they're like, okay, like we're going to let's do it. Let's like send people there. You want to go build a house on Mars? Go build a house on Mars. Like that's something that would absolutely, it would make me sad to see because like you see what we do to Earth sometimes. I don't want to see someone do that to a new planet or like develop a planet. That's no, thank you. So I don't know. The world is such an interesting place. Like, it's like the bottom of the ocean. What's there? I don't know. A lot of unknown. It gives me goosebumps. We're not going to end this episode with more like heebie-jeebies.
I know. Again. Last week you were like, we're going to be happier next week.
No, this is actually going to send me into probably a worse spiral. So anyways, Artemis II has launched.
Artemis II has launched and we both have homework to go see Project Hail Mary this weekend. So by next week you will have seen it. I will have seen
text me tomorrow and remind me because I will forget. I'll get so deep into Pocopia that I will forget to do it.
Okay. Well, book your ticket right now. Go on the app and book your ticket.
I can't do that. I can't commit to a time right now. What if my day plans change? What if something happens? What if I want to go shopping? Like
you're not gonna see this movie.
No, I'm going to because I want popcorn. Okay. How long is it? I just got to make sure I like play a lot.
Yeah. Or go to a showtime where there's no one else in the theater so you can take your Switch.
Oh my gosh.
Like literally
Now
book a showtime
we're
when there's
right.
go to the showtime where there's literally not a single person in the theater that you could be bothering, and
Holy cow.
then take your Switch.
Now this is
Mhm.
next level dream day.
It might be like a 9 a.m. showing or like a 10 a.m. showing, but
You know what? Or I could sit all the way in the back, and if people give me a look, I'll say, look at the screen.
the
Not
brightness
at
is
me.
all the way
Like-
down, okay?
Look away. What do you want? Am I bothering you? You
Or
know
go to
what?
that theater where they have the little pods where like your light wouldn't bother anybody, you know?
Oh my gosh, you are speaking my language.
I know.
This is
I'm good at
why
coming up with
I
ideas.
scrapped my husband and said, this is a girls' weekend thing.
Mhm.
This is a thing with you because you're thinking. You're
I'm better at
thinking about it.
thinking.
So yeah, thank you. Okay, well, now that we have literally kind of freaked me out again, I don't know what else I've got for you, Teddy.
That's all I got for you.
That was a lot. It's been a fun week. Like it was a fun springy week. We had a lot of fun stuff that we were doing at home, and I feel like that's just good for the soul. So good weeks.
It is.
Good weeks all around. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to us this week. Talk about all of our gardening updates, our home projects, about Artemis and the man on the moon. We appreciate it, and we will catch up with you next week.
Bye, friends.
Bye.